Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. So, in last week's episode, AJ released a podcast talking about him breaking 8 years of veganism. And today I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts on pretty much all of it. Going to try to get to the bottom of everything. So, I'll do the best I can. I wrote down a bunch of points that I want to talk about and just bring up from what was based on AJ's episode and what he said. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't listen to the episode or watch it on YouTube, please go check it out and listen. You wouldn't want to just listen to this without listening to that first. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, so a little recap though. AJ, after 8 years, had a recent diet and lifestyle change. And on that episode, he basically talked about the reasons why he's doing what he's doing, gave some apologies out, talked about people who supported him, talked about like his work schedule and how much he's been working, what he plans on eating, what he was eating, all that kind of stuff. So a really good episode, really well said. Kudos to him for doing that. I appreciate it. Actually, I asked AJ to do a solo episode and then I would do a response episode. So I appreciate his willingness to do that by himself and be open and honest with everyone about what's going on in his life and what's going on with the podcast as well. I feel like that's only fair and it's right to be upfront about that kind of stuff. So AJ, I do want to say thank you very much for doing that. And let's get on with the show here. So AJ, you actually, I do want to first just say that like I'm in support of AJ 100%, whatever he wants to do. It's his life. You know, who am I to tell anyone what to do or have any say unless they want to come ask me for their help or for their guidance. So AJ, you know, I support whatever you choose. You know, at this time in my life, I don't support, you know, people eating animals in general, anybody, even though it just happens. I guess it's like, oh, well, if I get a Chipotle and I get a bowl with tofu and beans and stuff, it's like, am I supporting Chipotle? Like I'm still supporting Chipotle and they're still playing a role in all of this stuff that technically like I don't support. So it's kind of like, what's going on there, you know? So, but yeah, anyways, AJ, I'm in full support of the decisions that you make in your life. And I'll be here to back you up and help you out with whatever you need. So that was that. Now, AJ, I'm just gonna go through some stuff that I've written down. And I'm going to bring up too, like whether I think AJ is going to go to Woodstock this year. And talk about the future of the podcast as well. I'll probably do that more towards the end of this. So yeah, anyway, so AJ said that he had a fuck it moment. He just wanted to go out and do it. I mean, I guess we all have moments like that in our lives. And some of them can be rash decisions that turn into stuff that I guess there's more consequences with it. And I feel like something like this, there was some consequences. You know, he definitely got some backlash, which is unfortunate to see. But I feel like if it's the best decision for his health to do that and to move forward, then cool, fuck it, go for it. You know, you went out and you did it. And it seemed like you had a really nice experience with the people that you were with and everyone that was in the environment. And we even talked about that. Like we love going out to eat and enjoying experiences. That's what it's all about. Like you want to have that. You want to have those close people in your life that you can do that with. Like who wants to just fucking eat at home all day or every day and not actually go out and have the entertainment and have the social joy and being around people and just like the laughter, the talk, the noise, all of it, you know, it feels good doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, I mean, if that's really what it was, then cool. You know, I do what you got to do, dude. So, yeah. One point that, AJ brought up is that, yeah, he said that we were always in 100% support of do what you got to do. And we still am 100%. You know, we both have been saying it like, hey, if you feel like you need to do this, okay, do it. If you feel like you got to do that, okay, do it. If you want to fucking go on a 7,000 day juice fast, okay, like good luck. But do it. If you want to only eat fruit, do it. If you want to be a carnivore, okay. Like once again, who are we? Like we can't tell anyone what to do. I mean, first of all, obviously we're not like licensed and we're not doctors or nutritionists, you know. Now, once again, it's different if people want to come and ask for our opinion on stuff. Okay, cool. Like we can give you our opinion. We can talk about our experience, but that's about it, you know? So, we want people to live their lives how they want to live it. And I guess you can only hope that people are living their lives as ethically and as morally as possible. And if people are okay with going out and just eating whatever they want, okay, it's fine. Like most people don't even question anything. They just go and just do it. It's just natural. It's just like, that's just what it is, you know? So, yeah, like I definitely want to say, AJ, like that's awesome. I'm really glad you brought that up, you know? So, I guess this perfect here, like, hey, do what you got to do, dude, and do what's best for you. And this is what's best for you at this time, at least. Now, AJ, I don't know what mangoes ever did to you. Like, did they like form a cult and attack you? Like they came to your door front and they were fucking knocking on the door. Let us in. Let us in. We're here to kill you. Like fucking mangoes with branches as swords outside of your house, coming in to storm and take over the Divco residence. Man, dude, the downfall of mankind are mangoes. Wow. AJ, you know how agreeable I am, but I really just do not agree at all with that. Now, okay, what I will agree with is that mangoes are annoying. They are a mess. You know, they are annoying to peel off. Some of the fiber will get stuck in your teeth and you got to floss after. They do get all over your hands. You're like, you have the peels and you're like really biting into it. Yeah, there's a lot that sucks with mangoes, but like when you get a good mango, I mean, straight up, it might be my favorite fruit, dead ass, and no cap. I don't know why I said no cap. I love them. I really do love them. I actually only have frozen mangoes. I haven't bought in any of the store recently. I just feel like they're overpriced. That's another thing too, overpriced. And, yeah, so there may be a lot more downfalls than positives with mangoes, but like they're still delicious. Like, and I think a lot of people would also agree with that. Now I don't know, dude. Like, if you just don't feel good eating mangoes, cool. I mean, well, it is what it is, I guess. It sucks because you're missing out on a great fruit, AJ. Even though we know that you don't want to eat fruit anymore. And if I'm not mistaken, too, I think mangoes are like one of the most nutrient dense fruits that are out there. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, tons of stuff. It's funny, when I first got into like raw veganism, I came across like guys who would post like their chronometers, like, I'm only eating mangoes and papaya and look how much I'm getting. And I'm getting basically all of my vitamins and minerals. And I was like, okay, if you want to do that, fine. But yeah, my point of that was just like, there is a lot of nutrition in mangoes. So people don't think that mangoes are the downfall of mankind, because they're not. There's a lot worse out there than mangoes. Now, you do say that you love raw food, you love green juice, you love salads, and dude, it's a really tough lifestyle to live. It like, straight up, just being honest, it's really tough to live like that. Like, you gotta prep, you gotta pretty much juice daily, because that juice will go bad quick. It really will go bad quickly. Even recently, I made green juice and I was like, I'm gonna do it for 3 days. So like juice for 3 days. So I juiced for that day, then the next day, and the day after. even the second day, the juice, I'm like, oh, this is already like going bad. Like, what the heck? Like, this sucks, So I don't even want to do 2 days now. I want to just like, if I'm juicing, I just want to juice for that day and that's it. It is what it is. But I feel like if you do that lifestyle, you like, have to have a job that allows you to live that lifestyle. Because you got to be able to afford living that way. It's a little more expensive, I would argue. And you want to get like good quality produce too. You don't want to just like eat shit food. Although like, I don't know, I do eat a lot of conventional produce, but it's good though. It's not like it's like shit. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of like I should have said like coconut yogurts and stuff like that. Like the Luke Corona lifestyle, I should have mentioned that as well. Not just like salads and green juice, and Pyridine too. Yeah, a lot of it's just expensive, straight up. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So like, you got to have money to do that, and you got to have time to make everything and make it work. So it's a really tough lifestyle to live. And I feel like a lot of these people online, they make it seem like you can just fucking do that and with no issues and no problems. Like, oh, look at me, like fucking green juice, salads, fucking this, everything's great. Like, okay, like that's you. You shouldn't be telling people that they should do this and this is the best lifestyle ever. Because some people can't afford it. It's like some people can't afford good meat, so they fucking go get deli meat that costs fucking, I don't even know what it costs. $2 a pound, $3 a pound. Shit. Look, AJ, I still drink water too, by the way, if you were curious. I was considering doing pecan blood, like pecans, the blood of the pecans, but I'm just gonna stick with water for now. So yeah, that's that. Now, you mentioned, oh yeah, I mean, one more thing with that too. Like, cool, it'd be awesome to see you get back into that. I'm sure you really do want to. Like AJ, I really don't think that. I really don't think that you want to eat meat. I don't know. Maybe you do. You probably do for now, but I feel like long term, you really want to get back into more of a vegan lifestyle. I really do believe that. So hopefully one day you can do that. But I really just want you to feel good. Like whatever you're doing, I want you to feel good. I want you to be confident. And we'll get to that. Now you said that veganism was not working. Yeah, I mean, it's once again, this kind of just builds off of what I was just saying here. It's tough to be a vegan. Like even just, okay. So yeah, you have like being so restrictive to like the green juice and salads and like raw vegan lifestyle, and then, which is like crazy hard to do. And then like even just step it up to just being vegan in general. That's difficult in itself. Like you got to prep and you got to be prepared and you got to be ready to have food available. And I think that's one of the things is that, people just don't prep enough. Even there's people who just go to work every day. Like they get like we live in a time where it's like, you don't even have to make any of your food. You can just go to the store. You can just go to the restaurant. You can just go to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and fucking get a coffee. You don't have to make anything. You don't even have to have a single piece of food in your fridge, in your cabinet. You could have nothing and you could survive in this world and probably be pretty fine. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? So like, there's all these like primals out there. I made fucking steak and butter, and that's what we used to eat back in our ancestral days. And it's like, no, but but like they want to like make these arguments that like eat how you naturally would eat, which like for sure, yeah. And sometimes we definitely should be eating that way, And it's good to like have a conversation like that, but just to think that like we're in a natural time. I mean, we're not at all. This is what it is. We're in 2022. You can, like I said, you can fucking just go and you don't even have to have food in your house. You can just go to the store and grab sushi that John Eagle made you, and there's your dinner. So yeah, I think a lot of it is like the prepping, and that could have been a reason why it didn't work for you. But like in general though, like I do know that there was other stuff that that plays a role in that. So yeah, now you were talking about how you were how like you're really busy, and that you think that eating meat is gonna give you a competitive advantage and basically take you to the next level, where you're saying that like you have these people around you who are pretty much doing that, and they're fucking crushing it, And Is it the meat? Is it like, maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe it is the meat. Is it, is it them just like getting enough food in them? I don't know, because we do know that you did eat a lot of food. Like we did know that. So is it the calories? Probably not. Maybe it is the sustenance. Maybe it is the macros, or maybe it is the meat. So I think, yeah, I think for something like this, you're working 60, 70 hours a week, whatever you're working. This may be the best for you, is definitely eating some more animal products, and hopefully being able to function properly. And I know that you mentioned too how like, oh, well, they brought food in and I didn't eat anything because they didn't have anything vegan. So, and I felt like that took that, like, I didn't get a sale because, well, and I felt like I didn't get a sale because of that. And then I would say like, oh, well, like if you had food ready for, like if you prepped food, you would have had food. You could have ate at least. So that's why, like, I'm like, for me, I'm very fortunate. And once again, real quick, once again, I know like it's obviously it's tough. I'm not like saying that you should have prepped or anything. I'm just saying that it's just like an overall statement. And that's where it comes back to like it being hard, like having everything prepped and ready to go. And then what I was gonna say before that was that for me, like myself, I work from home, and sometimes I'm just so busy, it's still tough to like prep and make juice and stuff. Like it really is, just because I mean I have other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I do, like a lot of stuff. I'm not just like sitting here in my space all day and not doing anything with my life. So it's so like for me, it is a little bit easier to prep and be prepared for my day. But if you are someone who's working so much and you get back, like you don't want to have to like, oh no, I gotta fucking make my overnight oats and a sandwich for tomorrow. I just want to go to bed, and then you just go to bed and fall asleep. So I get it. Most people, they don't care. They just get up, they go get Dunkin' Donuts for lunch. They go to their local cheesesteak shop and grab a cheesesteak and fries. And then for dinner, they fucking grab Wendy's on the way home. So I get it. And I think that opening your options and not being as restrictive will be beneficial for you. So what else do we have here? Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned that you may not want to be on, you may not want to be on the internet here on YouTube, even on Instagram, because you don't want to have your character slandered. Essentially, you don't want to be talked about. You don't want to be critiqued. And I actually remember the first episode of our podcast, I even said that like us being on YouTube and putting ourselves out there, we're opening ourselves up for being critiqued. And that's just how it is. I mean, everyone's critiqued. Like look at actors, actresses, politicians, governors, mayors. Like how much shit do we talk on our governor? How much shit do you talk on the president? I mean, holy shit, Joe Biden? Imagine being Joe Biden right now. I mean, dude is getting hella hate. And he's probably getting some love too. Hopefully from his wife. That'd be nice. But but dude, like, I mean, he's just like, he's getting attacked. He's getting punched in the face. And like, does he see it? Probably not. I would just stay off it. It's not worth it. But like, by putting yourself out there, you're gonna get critiqued. You're gonna get people are gonna talk about you. That's just like, it is what it is. It happens. That's just a part of the game. So it would be nice to just live in a box, I guess, by yourself and not have to worry about that. That would be great. And it's funny too, because I remember DTM talking about how he always feels best when he's just like alone in nature and just don't have to worry about anybody. It's nice. I don't want that. I want to be around people. I want to be in a fun environment and enjoy myself. So, yeah, I'm open to it. Critique me. I don't care. I care. I want to hear what you have to say. If you have anything to say about me, like, fine, cool. Like, let me hear it. Just hope it's true, I guess. Right. Now, you said that you had a lot of people that are so upset about your post. Yeah, I think you posted it on Facebook too. I don't have Facebook, but I did hear that. Now, them being upset, it's like were they? I actually forget. Like, were they upset about like you like not being vegan anymore, or are they like just how they did it? My apologies for that. But just in general, I guess like for me, maybe I was one of the ones you were talking about. It definitely is. I don't know why I said that. But other than me, yeah, if you want to let me know about that. Yeah, I mean, if you when you make a big change in your life like that, like why are they getting upset? It's like I don't know. It's just tough. People are harsh, especially in like the raw vegan and just vegan community in general. Like, dude, people will let you hear it, and a lot of it isn't good. It's kind of scary, and I think that's what's tough about this is that like breaking veganism, just no matter how long it is, but people they just come at you, and like it would be better if they would be more mature and approach you in a better way than just doing it like on a comments on Facebook or Instagram. You know, that would be much more sincere. Although like by putting those posts up, they do have a reason to comment on your post and say some stuff if they believe it or feel it. But like they still don't even really know, you know, like it is better just to come to you personally and say, hey, you know, what happened here, like what's going on, you know, I'm a little upset. I know that you mentioned that hey, you're willing to sit down with anyone and have a full blown adult conversation about why you're doing what you're doing, which I really respect. Now, to me, was I upset? Yeah, like I definitely was a little upset. I was blindsided 100%. I wasn't expecting it when AJ sent me the picture. He actually sent me a voice message saying like, "Oh, what did he say? I ate meat, or did I tell you something?" And then you like sent me the picture. And I was like, "You're lying, dude. Like, that's a joke." I was like, "You're funny." And he was like, "No, like I'm not serious." I'm like, "No, you're like 100% joking. Like I don't believe you at all." Because AJ jokes a lot. Like he would always say to me, "Oh, like do you actually believe me?" Like, "I'm sorry. Like I was just joking." Like he never takes anything serious. But I guess for this, he was serious. So I was surprised. Like usually when he takes stuff serious, he tells me. Like he makes a note of it. But yeah, so I was just blindsided. I wasn't expecting it. And like when it first happened, I was just like, what? I was like kind of sad. I was just like, what just happened? Like I actually can't believe this is happening. Like, really? Is he really doing that? And I'm like refreshing his Instagram post, like seeing what people were fucking saying on there, like what are people saying? And he did have a lot of good support from that. But yeah, I told him, I'm like, dude, I need some time to like think it, like just like let this sink in. I wasn't really expecting it at all. And yeah, that was like that for like 2 or 3 days. And after that, it kind of went away. And we were pretty much like back to normal. But yeah, I don't necessarily care how you did it. And I had that written down here. Like, that's fine. Like I'm not like your dad, or I'm not like your babysitter. You know, you don't have to like tell me. And P, I went to the store today to get my to get my diaper. You know, like I don't. It's like you don't have to tell me every bit of your life. Like, although I feel like we were at a point where we were doing that on voice messages, like saying so much to each other. But yeah, like I don't. That's fine. Like, dude, it is what it is. Like it happens. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting you to just like run right to me after something like that. Now, what I think was the hardest for me was probably your Instagram post, and that's where I see it a little differently than you do. Although you do have a good case for saying what you said there, just 321X vegan, just fucking ripping the band-aid off, and that being it. So I mean, I get that. And that's what happened. I feel like for me, I would have done it like a more sincere, but you didn't want to do that, which is fine, but like even looking at like your face on the post, like it's like scary to me. Like it just didn't seem like you at all. It just didn't seem like the AJ that I've came to know over these past 2 years. And I think that's like what really hurt the most, was that like it just didn't seem like you, which is fine. It's, hey, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. Yeah, it is what it is. So I do wish there was a little bit better communication, especially because we do have a show, and it's not a vegan show. It's not. We've had a few guests who aren't vegan, they're sharing their experiences, whatever. But I do feel like our show is sort of built more geared towards the vegan community, just in general overall. And it's still going to be. It still is. Oh, it's going to be. Am I foreshadowing? But that's destined to change. It's destined to change. So yeah, I think it was just a shock, straight up. All of it was just a shock. Now let's move on from that. So yeah, I agree. You said never call yourself a vegan. You never do call yourself a vegan. Yeah, I totally agree. And even Leo was like saying this, to me like a couple years ago, was like, oh, I fuck, like just a lot of those people, they say they're vegan. They're like really hard nosed and they're out to get you. And it's like, I don't even want to be a part of that. And I'm like, dude, I agree. I don't want to say that like I'm vegan. That's why, like, even if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice that like I rarely say vegan. I usually say like, oh, I choose to not eat animals and their byproducts, because it's like, I feel like it's physically impossible to like be a vegan. Like this house I'm living in, I guarantee there's something that's built in this house that isn't vegan. So am I not a vegan because of that? Well, fuck. I'm not a vegan, I guess. Someone bought me golf gloves for Christmas one year, and I like didn't even think about it, and I'm wearing them, and I'm realizing like, I'm like, holy shit, these actually aren't vegan. Like I like didn't even it sparked my mind later, but like instantly I wasn't like, oh, is this vegan? And it's like, holy fuck, this isn't vegan. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh my gosh, like I felt horrible. So I've even heard that like a lot of inks that are used on certain packages aren't vegan. So it's like, if you buy something, and there's ink on it, is that like, that's not vegan? I heard that like there's stuff in roads that aren't vegan. So it's like, if you drive a car, are you a vegan? Are you not a vegan? I'm sure there's stuff in your car that isn't vegan. Are you a vegan? Or are you not a vegan? Like, it's just like, we could just sit here all day and go back and forth on this stuff. It's so stupid. Like, that's why I don't like using, I shouldn't say it's stupid. My apologies. But it's just, you can just question everything. Why are you going to do that to yourself? You're going to go insane. You're going to go nuts. You can't do that. And even myself, I'm like, I do feel like I'm hard on myself, because I still like question everything when like go to restaurants. Even still, I'll like, if I have a date or if we're going to a restaurant that I don't like know what I can get, I'll call the restaurant and be like, hey, is there X, Y, and is there butter in this? Is there milk in this? Like, I'm calling ahead and like making sure that's vegan. And it's almost like, is it like, do I just like let go and just kind of hope that it isn't, because I feel like once you let go, that's when like all the discipline starts falling off and you start not to care and you just kind of do whatever you want. So I'm still going to keep doing that. But I do feel like there are times when it's like, man, I just like, if you're in a pinch or you're out with your buddies and you're in the middle of nowhere, there's nothing for you to eat. And like, maybe you want to get a pizza, but you don't want to make a big deal out of it. And you got to like call and like, they don't like know how to read packages, and they don't know like what's not vegan. It's just like, it's really hard. And it's funny because there's people on the internet who make fun of that. Like, oh, you can't even go out to eat without bringing a smoothie with you or having a salad with you. Like, there's nothing, like, how do you want to live that way? And it's like, it's tough. So yeah, I agree. don't want to call myself a vegan, even though we do talk about like dating as a vegan and vegan this, vegan that, like, yeah. And it's just like, do the best you can do. And like, that's like the overall message with that. So yeah, anyways, let's move on from that. I'm actually going to do an episode. Oh, I just said it. No, next week I do want to, do an episode like talking about like why I eat, how I eat and stuff. So I'll speak more on that then. Now you felt that you had more aggression when you ate meat, and honestly, AJ, I actually like that from you, and I feel like that kind of relates to what I said earlier about you and your post when I said I'm going to talk about this in a second. This is where I'm talking about it. Now, when I first met AJ, I'm like, damn, like this dude is like some skinny kid, you know, he's walking around like his shoulders are like low. He has like, it looks like he has like no libido, you know, like looks like he has like no energy. Like he's just not confident in himself whatsoever. I'm like, dude, get your shoulders up, dude. Like get some confidence. And that's when I first saw him. And he progressed over time and has gotten better, like really taking control of himself. So like actually you saying this, I think that's a plus for you. Like you need that aggression. You need that confidence. And it's not like it's like an aggression, like, oh, I want to like fight somebody, but like just, it's more of like, I feel like it's more of like a mentality that you're going to have now in your life. That's going to make you a better person and a better salesman. So I really love that. Like you are taking control and you're not just like letting people fucking run all over you. That's good. You know, I want to see you have confidence, dude. I want you. You need that. And we all need that. You know, so if you feel like you're lacking, get some fucking sugar in you. It's also funny too. I love saying that. It's funny. Oh, how about this? Leo, for those who know, we've talked about Leo on the podcast here. He was he's from Pittsburgh. I actually, crazy funny story. I met him like in the park just randomly, and he was vegan. And oh, there was the same vegan. He wasn't eating animal products. I wasn't either, and we became like really good friends. And now we're really close, even though he's in Florida now. And we would like talk about this kind of stuff. And he was saying like, hey, if you're a football player, like I'm not trying to be a vegan or I'm like eating that meat. It's you want to like murder somebody on the football field. Like you do like have that. I don't know what it is. If it's the stimulation, if it's the blood, I don't know, whatever it is. But like, I feel like it does give you more punch, even though I feel fired up right now. Like I'm ready to rock if you want it. No, I just and even there was an Earthling Ed episode or whatever discussion on YouTube with some guy talking about how like how like people who eat meat have more bloodlust and like they're better for war than people who don't. Although I've heard that like, oh, well, like the gladiators ate grains and that was like their biggest fuel source. So I don't know, you know, I feel like it could just depend on the person. Like some people may do better without it. Some people may be more aggressive with it, whatever. But I do feel like there seems to be like a common trend here of people who are more aggressive when they eat meat. So yeah, I think good for you, you know, more confidence in your hands, taking control of yourself. Clap, 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 clap. Awesome. Now, you said that by doing this, you're going to be able to lower your lower your stress threshold, which I agree. You know, you're taking on a lot. You're working a ton. You have a busy life. And I think, and if not having a restriction on your diet and lifestyle is going to help you be better and take more control of your life, I think you should do that. And now there's ways around that. If you do want to like still be a vegan, once again, that just comes back to like being more prepared and having a plan and taking action on that plan. But I do think for you, if this is the best and by just eating whatever you want is going to help you lower your stress threshold, then I think it's fine. I think it's good. So yeah, that's what I'll have to say with that. Now this is the last point. I guess we're closing up here. So you said that you want to have a possible meat eating versus vegan podcast. And I guess this is where I'll just bring up the podcast in general. So the Hungry People podcast will still be going on. I'm going to keep it going. AJ, he needs some time. Please, AJ, have as much time as you want. I am going to move forward. I already have interviews pretty much set up coming up, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to do episodes myself. I'm going to post YouTube videos myself. It's pretty much going to be mine, I guess, until AJ comes back or until we work something out. I don't know how long that's going to be. He said a month. I don't see a month. I see longer than that for him. Maybe 3, maybe end of the year, maybe 2023. AJ comes back with the vengeance, fucking New Year's, him and I release the podcast, but I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep going with it. I don't know. I just love it too much. And I just don't want to stop. It's funny. Here we go. It's funny again. It is funny because I could just stop all this right now. I could just end it. I don't need it. I can hit end right now and not even post this. I'm going to. It's like the stress thing. It's just added on to everything else that I already have. If I got rid of it, even if I just got rid of my Instagram page, I don't have to worry about that now. I wouldn't have to worry about posting my food. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I could just live my life how I want to live it and it would take a lot of stress off. But I just love coming on here way too much and connecting with people and posting videos and stuff. I don't want to stop that. It's like asking someone, why do you work out? Why do you go to the gym? Why do you do anything with your life? Well, I just love it. I don't know what else to say. I love coming on here and talking. And I feel like I'm sort of built for this. I feel like my dream has actually always been to be an actor. Will I ever do that? Probably not. But this is the closest I can get to maybe acting. Getting my voice out there. I do feel like I am entertaining to some extent. So yeah, I want to keep it going, and I'm going to keep it going regardless, with or without AJ. So AJ, I want you back on for sure, but I'm taking full throttle this and put my foot down, and it's going to be MP going forward here. So, and AJ, we can definitely connect about that later. But it definitely seems like you do need some time. Lastly, the last point here, a question, AJ, do I think AJ is going to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival this year? I don't know. I don't think so. Just my first gut instinct is I don't think AJ is going to go. I want you there. I want to see you there. I want to hang out with you. I want to ride mountains with you because that's all you and Leo and Ray want to do, but I don't want to do it. But it really does seem like you are busy and you have so much going on, and taking that week off of work, and it's a busy time and an important time for a salesman, you may not want to do that. So I just straight up, I just don't foresee you taking the time off to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. So, yeah. Now, that's my initial gut instinct. I would love to see you there. So, cool. But AJ, I love you, dude. We've been through a lot, man. It's been so fun. It's been so enjoyable. We're going to stay in touch. We're going to be in contact. We're going to hopefully still catch up around your schedule somehow if you have time. But yeah, I wish you the best. And I know that at some point you are going to get back on here with me, and we're going to keep this podcast going, and we're going to have an awesome meat eating versus vegan, if you want to even call it that, and non-animal eater podcast. And we're going to crush it. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm just excited for you and your growth as a person, and for all that you are going to come to be. I'm excited, and I'm happy for you, dude. I really am. And I think you are doing the best decision, making the best decision for yourself right now at this time. And I do wish you the best. So please, as always, feel free to reach out to me with whatever you need, and I'll do the best I can to help and support you. So, and anybody, I'm here for you, whoever you are. I don't even know you, but I love you. Is there anything else that I missed here? I'm trying to think. I want to make sure that I covered everything. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I said a lot. I think I said enough. This is what, maybe like 45 minutes or so or less. Yeah. If there is anything, I'll just post a YouTube video about it, or maybe I'll just make a comment of it in the comment section. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you got this far, as always, thanks for listening. Stay up, be great. Always keep it hunt, baby.